G'day expats. I just wanted to discuss with you what deemed disposal is. So deemed disposal applies to the asset class non-taxable Australian real property. Now this is things like direct shares, exchange traded funds, managed funds, listed investment companies or Australian real estate investment trusts. Now we might already be holding these in our portfolio before becoming a non-resident for tax purposes. As this is a unique asset class where the ATO does not levy any tax on it once we've left, we must consider opting in to deemed disposal. Deemed disposal essentially states to the ATO, as of the date that we left, whatever the capital gain or loss is on the portfolio, it's crystallised on our final normal Australian tax return. If there's a capital gain, we'll pay some tax. If there's a loss, obviously we won't pay any tax. But it also means that if we continue holding these shares now, whilst we're a non-resident, it's no longer taxable on the capital growth. And when we come back to Australia, that's when the ATO sees us as purchasing that share portfolio once more. Any prior years of capital growth whilst we've been overseas and a non-resident is no longer taxable. So as you can see, it's a useful tool in a non-resident's arsenal to consider. In the event we don't opt into deemed disposal, then that portfolio is still taxable by the ATO. If we sell it down whilst we're overseas, we have to declare that to the ATO and pay some capital gains tax, potentially at unfavourable tax rates as well, because we're a non-resident at the time of that transaction. Definitely something to consider. Things that you'll tie into that kind of consideration is time overseas. If we're only heading overseas for 1 to 2 years, we might not wish to. If we are going to head overseas for a lot longer, then it is something that we might want to consider, depending on the types of shares that we're holding, especially if we think they're going to produce some good capital growth over the coming years while we're overseas. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out at atlaswealth.com or send us an email at info@atlaswealth.com.